Hello, friends. It is Thursday, February 19th, about 1 o'clock Pacific. I want to talk a little bit about the e-files and the fallout from them that is taking place around the world now. This morning we learned that disgraced former Prince Andrew Mountbatten Windsor was arrested. He's since been released, and the investigators released a statement that they were questioning him about the revelations contained in those files, which indicate that perhaps he was giving Epstein sensitive government information. So, the regime sees this. The regime sees the investigations that are taking place all around the world now. There are implications that are touching governments all over the world now. And at the same time, the regime is continuing its insane, cruel push here at home. It is also continuing its insane push abroad to try and distract everyone from the e-files and the truth that they reveal about this monster, this usurper that some people call president. As I speak, we are starving the nation of Cuba. We are not allowing them to have oil. As I speak, the United States apparently is preparing to attack and commit war crimes against the nation of Iran. There is no state of war. There has been no declaration. There has been no war powers given. And yet the regime is pursuing this because it is at all costs that every story about the e-files must be pushed out of the headlines. So the bigger the stories, the bigger the scandal, the bigger the reaction. We can only hope that there is somebody somewhere in the military structure that says this should not happen. However, we know that a crazed alcoholic devotee is the person running the DoD, so we can't count on the good people within the military being able to stop this. So it is very likely that this weekend we are going to commit some kind of crime or begin a process of committing a horrible crime. And all to stroke the weak ego, all to entertain the mad notion of grandeur and greatness of this horrible creature that once laid his hand on the Bible and lied. So it's heavy for those of us who are aware of what's going on. The impact of this, when it comes to pass, will be devastating to the United States economically. This will be the final straw, and it is clear that after this comes to pass, the United States is going to enter into a period of horrible economic hardship because the rest of the world will likely impose boycotts on us and sanctions. And there will be calls for the President of the United States to be hauled into The Hague for war crimes, which have already happened, but this will just be another crime to add to the list. So it is very, very, very distressing, but we cannot lose sight of the fact that we did not get here in a day or a week, a month, a year. And we cannot lose sight of the fact that though this is horrible what we have to go through, we now know the extent of the crimes that have been committed. We know the extent of the illusion of democracy that's been perpetrated on us. And we know what we want. And we are building community. And we are going to win. Stay strong. Go carefully, friends.